On January 28, 2004, I was brought into this world, meaning that a majority of my childhood was spent in the 2010s, which is what I would consider the best decade to ever grace planet Earth. Nowadays, little kids are making TikToks on their iPhone 14s and playing Fortnite all day, but those experiences don't even compare to what us 2000 babies grew up with. We knew how to have fun and actually socialize with each other. Everything was so much simpler and wholesome, and the vibes that were caught throughout the 2010s will never be matched again in the history of mankind. Now, obviously I won't be able to cover everything in this one video, but today we are taking a trip down memory lane and highlighting some of our past memories and nostalgic experiences from the 2010s. No slander, all nostalgia. Comment down below your most nostalgic moment or experience from your childhood, and like and subscribe if you're new. First, we gotta talk about the absolutely outstanding surplus of cartoons that we had. We already know about the holy trinity of cartoons. Gumball, Adventure Time, and Regular Show were all in their prime. Y'all don't know how hype it used to be when Cartoon Network would show commercials teasing the new episodes. And if I couldn't watch it live, I used to wake up early at the crack of dawn to watch the recordings of these shows. All I needed were my cartoons and a bowl of Reese's Puffs. There were so many elite cartoons that came on back in the day. Now obviously I can't cover every show because I don't want this video to be a light year long, but let's just quickly compare the heat that we had back in the day to what these little niggas are watching nowadays. We had SpongeBob, Gumball, Regular Show, Adventure Time, Gravity Falls, Ninjago, Arthur, Wild Kratts, Fairly Odd Parents, Johnny Test, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Steven Universe, Total Drama, Kick Buttowski, Phineas and Ferb, Code Name, and we also had shows that were hella slept on like Clarence, Sanjay and Craig, We Bare Bears, Fanboy and Chum Chum, and Breadwinners. What cartoons are these youngins even watching nowadays? And don't think I forgot about the live action shows like Jessie, Drake and Josh, Ant Farm, iCarly, etc. Now we gotta talk about the games that we had back then. We gotta talk about how revolutionary the Wii was. All you fetuses and 5-year-olds are getting PS5s before kindergarten and shit, but y'all don't know about the Wii and the experience that it provided for us. The Wii that we got came with Wii Sports, and I remember spending an entire Saturday scrapping with that bald head nigga Matt, bro. Now let me give y'all some insight on the Matt lore. This Steve Harvey, Terry Crews love child is the 6th worst at tennis, 5th worst at baseball, but in boxing, Lord have mercy, he is the champion with the skill level of 1,550 to 1,649. I've never had more beef with a virtual character in my life. I swear they used to be rigging the boxing matches, bro, because I would hit this nigga with the Chris Breezy, Floyd Mayweather, Draymond Green combo and leave this nigga slumped like Nate Robinson, but then he would instantly revive like Undertaker in this bitch. But when I get dropped for the first time, I'm out for the fucking count. Say goodnight. But anyways, I believe that Wii Sports ultimately changed the history of gaming as we know it. The Wii walked so the Oculus could run. No ifs, ands, or buts. The other game that I remember being good at was Michael Jackson The Experience. If you didn't have this game, then you wasn't really tapped in for real. This nigga Mike used to be my personal fitness trainer. I used to be dancing my ass off, but I could never get 5 stars. I swear I would hit every move perfectly, but I would still end up with 3 stars max. That shit used to have my little ass sweating like a bitch. Could you imagine if they had an online version where you could dance against random niggas? That would have added a whole different element. I think this game is the reason why I fuck with MJ so much. The game was ahead of its time and had all of us thinking that we were the next Michael Jackson. Top tier memories. And don't even get me started on the mobile games. Nowadays, these games that they be promoting at the App Store look like some shit that Clarence designed. And then they'll try to bait you into downloading the app by being dumb as hell and intentionally not beating the level. But back in the day, the App Store was better than having a console. You had Angry Birds, Temple Run, Doodle Jump, Fruit Ninja, Plants vs. Zombies, Flappy Bird, Crossy Road, Cut the Rope, Where's My Water, Minecraft Pocket Edition, Jetpack Joyride, Subway Surfers, Pokemon Go, Clash of Clans, and Geometry Dash. And I also want to give Minecraft a gold medal for being the best game of my childhood. And plus, Five Nights at Freddy's and Slender Man set the tone for a lot of future horror games. The next device that really had us young niggas in a chokehold was the Nintendo DS. I remember I got one for Christmas when I was like 8 and I was in love. The first game that I got for it was Kirby Superstar Ultra, and I was grinding the hell out that game. Pause. And I know for a fact that all you who owned a DS tried to play under the covers in your room when you're supposed to be sleeping. My parents would come into my room to check on me, and I would throw that motherfucker under my pillow so quick, bro. And what's crazy is that sometimes I wouldn't be able to turn down the volume quick enough, and all they would see is this. Yeah, that shit never worked. Now the last game that I want to quickly mention that was an essential part of my childhood was Pop Tropica. I'm be honest, Pop Tropica was the deadass the first game where I was looking up cheat codes and shit, bro. Like I was traveling to all them islands like Christopher Columbus. There was so much that you could do in that game, and it was addictive as hell to play. Every time you used to go to the computer lab, that was the first thing that I was on. But then they blocked the shit. My heart felt like Lizzo had sat on it. Now we gotta talk about the internet back then. There weren't people getting canceled on Twitter for having opinions. There weren't S-tier thoughts making it OnlyFans. No cringe, just vibes. Firstly, YouTube was top tier. If you were watching YouTube back when the logo looked like this, then you were an OG. Now if you're not an actual sperm cell, then you'll remember Smosh. Before Smosh was a big ass business with an army of niggas as a crew, it consisted of Ian Hecox and Anthony Padilla. They were the ultimate duo and their videos were unmatched. I started watching their videos in like 3rd grade, which looking back years later probably wasn't the best idea, but it was cool because 90% of their jokes flew over my 8-year-old head. I remember watching their Lunchtime with Smosh, food battles, and other skits, but by far their best content was Mail Time with Smosh. If you know, you know. These niggas would deadass get sent the most miscellaneous artifacts from their fans. It was no corny jokes, no extra sound effects, no drama, just two funny guys having fun. And that ultimately describes YouTube as a whole in the 2010s. There was no cringe, no over-the-top content and clickbait videos. There were just people having fun. Some other YouTubers I liked back then were Popular MMOs and Dan TDM. I used to binge watch all their mod showcases knowing damn well I wasn't going to install any of them. They made Minecraft seem so fun, and I remember coming home from school every day and watching them for hours on end. Also, another thing that the 2010s doesn't get enough credit for are creepypastas. Slenderman, Jeff the Killer, Sonic EXE, but the one that personally scared me the most was Unwanted House Guests. Bro deadass had me checking underneath my bed for 3 months straight. Another thing that we have to discuss is the music. Don't get me wrong, today's music is fire. Well, most of it anyway. But back then, there were generational hits like Party Rock Anthem, Gangnam Style, and Thrift Shop. We would walk around the school singing all these lyrics. And you wanna know something crazy? There's a line in Thrift Shop where Malcolm Moore sings, "Draped in a leopard mink, girl standing next to me. Probably should've washed this, smells like R. Kelly sheets." And I vividly remember asking my older sister what that meant, and she told me that I didn't need to know. So then I educated myself and instantly regretted it. But there was one individual who had the entire planet in his palm. Willie Maxwell II, better known as Fetty Wap, was the coldest nigga on planet Earth for a smooth 2 to 3 years. Bro's discography was lethal. Trap Queen, 679, Again, Jimmy Choo, but my personal favorite was My Way, especially the one with Drake. Me and my niggas really used to be singing that songs for our crushes, bro. Had me feeling like them singers in those music videos from the early 2000s. The music was simple and catchy yet melodic, not to mention other hits like Panda, Call Me Maybe, Grenade, Blessings, Broccoli, Black Beatles, and Hotline Bling. And I know y'all remember hitting the quad and watch me whip and nay-nay. Another thing that the internet provided was the trends. Before niggas were hospitalizing themselves by eating soap and stealing shit from school as a devious lick, we actually had creative and fun challenges. The ASL Ice Bucket Challenge not only raised money, but was a harmless challenge. And probably the best challenge of the 2010s, in my opinion, was the Mannequin Challenge. We got some of the coldest videos on the internet because of that. Nowadays, people will do the dumbest shit for clout and popularity and will spare no expense, even if it comes at the cost of their own life. Finally, we have to talk about the real life experiences of the 2010s. Back when us kids used to actually leave our rooms, unlike you squeakers nowadays. Playing outside was the most therapeutic thing for me back then. There was nothing like coming home from school, doing your homework fast as hell, and then spending the rest of the day with your friends. There would be times where I would wake up at like 8 a.m. and stay outside playing basketball with the homies until it's pitch black outside. Those were the realest days, and I hope you all were able to experience something like this when you were younger. Playing in the sprinkler, eating ice cream during the summer, and not having a care in the world. Hanging out with the homies while the sun set was a priceless experience. Another real life experience that deserves a mention is Silly Bands. I still have my Silly Bands in the box to this day, and I remember buying every pack that I could get my hands on. My circulation was getting cut off, but I didn't give a damn. I was that nigga. We really used to rock them hoes like they was VVS diamonds, and my friends and I used to trade them like we were NBA managers and shit. Look bro, I'll get you the penguin, taco, and dog bone for the T-Rex. Overall, the 2010s was a beautiful experience, and I'm blessed to have spent my childhood in the best decade ever. And it's crazy how a lot of us took that for granted. But I think that's gonna be everything I'm gonna cover in this video at least, you feel me? Comment down below your favorite childhood experience or a nostalgic memory from your childhood. But I just wanted to take a blast into the past and look back at how good life was. Thank you for watching. Comment down below what you want to see next. Like and subscribe if you're new. Hope this video found you in good spirits. I'm G Grimy. It's been real. I'm out. I love y'all. Peace.